Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Rygo.
What's up, guys? I'm Shaun.
And we're just continuing on with our little mini series. We're doing some videos here with Shaun. And Shaun is a bit of a big air specialist. We just wanted to do some tips on how to jump. So I mean, I'll let you take it away, man, if you wanna send it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's funny, like after just doing something for quite a bit of time, you know, after like 1 or 2 years, you feel like you start learning, but after all the time passes, like 6, 7, 8 years later, you realize that you've learned these extra little details that you really couldn't explain to yourself before. And it's like, you know, everybody thinks that pulling in the bar always means power and letting the bar out means depower, but I really don't like using those words, you know, because when you let the bar out, you can think of the kite opening up and taking a big breath, so the kite's going, and you're really letting much more wind into the canopy, which takes me to my point for jumping, you know, because if you're getting ready to load up and do a jump, you don't want to have the bar pulled in all the way when you're getting ready to send the kite, because if you're trying to send the kite from 10 o'clock or 2 o'clock and you have the bar pulled in when you go to steer the bar like that, then, you know, it might fall back a little bit into the wind window, where certain style kites, like usually freestyle kites or anything that's a little bit boxy shaped or 3 struts, will sit back in the wind window a little bit more. So if you really crank on the bar super hard, it might fall back a little bit and give you more distance out of your jump instead of height. So the trick is really, when you're riding, if you feel your power down here, you want to ride, edge a little bit and let the bar out, and then edge a little bit more and let the bar out a little bit more. So what you're doing is, the more you let the bar out, the more wind you're actually letting into the canopy. So as you're riding and edging, I'm gonna let the bar out. My goal is to feel the power that I have here all the way out here. So I'm riding and edging, and then I let the bar out a couple inches, and then really depower. It's a funny word, because what I'm doing by letting the bar out is opening the canopy up and letting even more wind into it, and then I'm edging even harder against that. Boom, now I have more power with the bar out. So I feel solid there. I let the bar out a little bit more and I edge even harder. So I'm really loading up the front lines, letting more wind into the canopy. And so now if you have your bar pretty out and you're lit, and when you go to send the kite and you have your bar out like that, the kite's gonna stay on the edge of the window more instead of falling back. So because of your technique, loading and popping and having the bar out, when the kite's hitting 12, as soon as it hits 12 and you pop, boom, that's when you're pulling the bar in. And now, because you were edging and letting it out, shooting the kite harder to the edge of the window, you're gonna get much more height out of your jump instead of the distance. You know, so really feeling it. Also, one little like thing that I do sometimes, and it's kind of like a little secret hidden turbo boost of power, because it feels super natural and subconscious to like feel each gust, and your hand's always going in an inch, going out an inch, right? You're always slightly adjusting, you know. And this is not going to work so good like if it's underpowered and you're struggling to stay upwind. But if you have good power, you're jumping, you're riding, like go out there, get your speed, pull your bar in, and try to hold it like, you know, 3/4 of the way in, and just stay committed to that position on the bar. And I like to touch the center lines with my fingers, because it's too natural. Like when you're paying attention to trying to keep that pinned in the same spot, maybe not even all the way pinned, right? But like here, you're riding, you got your edge. It's natural to want to like let the bar out just a little bit. But if you feel your fingers there and you're committed to not letting it go and you keep edging, I guarantee if you hold that for like 10 seconds, you're gonna feel this whole wave of power build up in the kite. But you're also gonna start kind of losing ground, you know, and that's the reason we let the bar out. Like, oh, I'm powered now, I'm super lit, I'm gonna let the bar out because I don't want to lose any ground. So anytime you let the bar out and you're powered like that, you're gonna edge up wind even harder. Same thing like when you're learning and you're launching the kite. Why you don't launch with the bar pulled all the way in? Because your kite's gonna fall back, giving you a weak jump with distance instead of height. So you really wanna take that time, you know, okay, I wanna jump, you know, all right, let me take a few seconds. I'm gonna ride, edge, let it out, ride, edge, let it out. And now that I'm lit and the bar's out, now I'm freaking ready to send the bar, because you're gonna crank it as hard as you can. And don't forget, you have a pushing hand as well, right? Your pushing hand does 50% of the work, in my opinion. And same thing for kite loops, which I think we're gonna talk about in the next video here. But man, I have a pulling hand and a pushing hand, and they work together evenly all the time. Well, I hope you guys liked the video. I hope this helps you out going bigger on your jumps and really understanding the difference between distance and height. Yeah, don't forget to land downwind and send it. Thanks guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope these tips help you going bigger.
Dude, that was awesome, man. So if you guys found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll catch you later.